In an interview with Ilya Shapiro, a U.S. legal expert and also a senior fellow at the U.S.-based think tank Cato Institute, he said that admission policies employed by most U.S. universities have put Asians at a disadvantage.
The use of race in various ways is a standard part of how university administrators are brought up to believe their job is done. Now, most universities in America, I should add, are not selective.
Including race as an impact factor when evaluating an applicant for a job or admission to a program is rooted in the concept of affirmative action, when first appeared in the United States in the 1960s to combat racial discrimination. The Supreme Court supported the notion that race can be a factor to increase diversity in the ruling in the late 1970s, changing the main goal of affirmative action from promoting racial justice to guaranteeing racial diversity in institutions. But decades later, this ruling began to show serious side effects as the line between upholding racial diversity and racial discrimination started to blur.
Even though Asian Americans represent the largest growing group of college applicants, their numbers at the selective institutions remain as they were 20-25 years ago.
Shapiro said that studies by Princeton University show that it's not the thumb on the scale, it's a brick.
Oftentimes, university administrators might have a stereotype of Asians as being one-dimensional, perhaps just being interested in math and science, just hitting the books and not doing anything else. And I think that's definitely a form of racism in and of itself.
Furthermore, the more prestigious university, the bigger the differences in academic qualifications by racial groups appear, Shapiro said, pointing to Ivy League universities, including Harvard.
They end up in a place oftentimes where the work is more advanced and they end up switching into easier majors and they don't do as well on the bar exam or the medical licensing exams and all this.
Due to unfair policies, several universities have been sued over allegations that they discriminated against certain racial groups.
Educational administrators have proved again and again that they're not simply using race as one factor. It's an overwhelming factor in so many cases. And they're not being transparent. People should be judged on their merits by the content of their character, not the color of their skin, as Dr. Martin Luther King said. It's good to have people with different perspectives, but I don't think skin color or an artificially designated race is a good way of doing that.